Hey guys, David here again. Thank you so much for checking out this video. So really quickly, I just want to let you know that this is based off of two things. First, the article, my second article on themechnation.com. That you can go ahead and read. The link or the actual name of that link will be up below, and there will be links down below in the description. So go ahead and check that out. Secondly, this is based off the book, The Compounding Effect by Darren Hardy. I just really quickly want to say, if you have the chance, go ahead and order that book because it is amazing. The things I'm going to be talking about today aren't even close to everything that's in that book. That book is awesome. So really quickly, right off the bat, I do want to mention that even though this is based off the book, it's not really a book review because I'll be talking about the compounding effect in general, because people like Warren Buffett talk about this all the time too. Compounding effects, because eventually, if you look at the graph, it might start out slow, and then it explodes. Same thing with like your 401ks or retirement or anything like that. Save up your money, and eventually, as it keeps growing, it'll reach huge levels. So with that being said, though, guys, what is the compounding effect? How can it help me? And really quickly, actually, is this. The compounding effect is the single most greatest system and thinking you could ever do that will create wealth and success for you. How do I know this? Why do I know this? What? Look, the compounding effect is the single most greatest knowledge and technique you can ever use to create success, because there's literally no way for you to be able to fail and not reach success if you follow the compounding effects, policies, and rules and the actual equation. With that being said, though, let's dive into this video, talk about the compounding effect and how it can help you achieve success. So the first thing I want to say is I just want to define, or the way Darren in the book actually describes what the compounding effect is. Basically, it's the reaping of huge rewards through a series of small and smart choices. That's it. That's the simplest way you can define the compounding effect. Now I'm going to go into more detail about that, but that's basically it. You're reaping huge rewards from doing small and simple, smart choices and tasks every single day. That's all it is. And that's how incredible the compounding effect is. So with that being said, let's move on to talking about the equation about the compounding effect and how that formulates into this into how you're going to lead to success. So going on, I just really quickly, the equation for the compounding effect is smart choices, small smart choices, consistency, and time. These three things will equal out to huge results, or as in the book it says, radical change. So small smart choices, consistency, and time will equal radical change. Guys, that is huge. All right, if you want huge radical change, all you gotta do is stay consistent, make small smart choices every single day, and just give it time. Just like a compound curve, the same thing can be said about the compounding effect. It's the same thing. It's compounding. You're compounding every single time, every single day. And the time might take 10, 20, 30 years. But once you hit that little curve, once it starts going up, dude, you will expand like crazy. Doesn't matter if it's your business, if it's your personal life, if it's your finances, if it's your education, your work and promotions. It doesn't matter what it is, you will explode super crazy once you hit that curve, and once you hit the exponential acceleration, the radical change. With that being said, I just want to quickly take an example of the penny problem that most of us probably have already heard. So I'll have a graph here somewhere showing the picture of it. But let's say here, I can either give you $1 million today, or I will give you a penny and basically I'll double your penny, I'll double whatever you have every single day for 30 days. And it's your choice. You can choose. Now you look at it, you're like, man, it's just a penny double. Like, how is that ever gonna help me? What is that ever gonna do for me? Well, if we actually look at the curve, it takes about day 15 to 20 before the pennies start really, the penny problem actually starts making some headway. But if we look at day 30, we see that we have actually gotten to $5 million. In 30 days of just doubling your income every single day, just doubling, you have reached 5 million. If it was 31 days, you just reached $10 million. Over here, you got $1 million. So if you just waited 30 days time, remember, and had the consistency to double, again, formula, and just made small, smart choices every single day, not spending, just constantly letting it grow, you will have radical change, $5 million. That's a $4 million difference in 30 days. In 31 days, that's $9 million. $9 million. That was a fail. $9 million in 31 days. And guess what would be in 32? 20 million. Then 40 million. 80 million. 160 million. 320 million. See how huge that grows? 640. Was it 1.25, I think, billion after that? Man, in like the next 10 days after you pass day 30, you would be a billionaire. That's how crazy that curve is. Remember what I talked about, the doubling and how fast you can actually like start growing and how you'll explode after you reach that curve? That's what I'm talking about. That right there is what I'm talking about. I'm pointing here because I'm assuming I'm going to have some kind of graph talking about the actual calculations. If I don't, trust me, I'm not going crazy. But as you see, that's the effect of making small choices every single day, keeping it consistent, and leaving time to do its thing. And your compound effect will activate and create radical change for your life. That's it. It's that incredible. That's how you can achieve success. By just making small, little steps and tasks every single day. Smart choices. If you want to lose weight, don't focus on losing weight in 3 months and losing 20 pounds, because you're going to gain that back and some more. Focus on changing your actual lifestyle, making smart choices every single day. If let's say you eat out 3 times a day, or let's say you eat popcorn twice a day, something. How about you cut that down to just one popcorn bag, or one less meal that you go out and eat, or one smaller portion sizes. You won't see the effect in maybe 30 days, 40 days. In a year, you'll see some effect, but then in 10, 20 years, man, you will be healthier than you would have been right now. Right? Small choices, staying consistent, and giving it time will equal radical change. And that's what this is all about. So as we see, small choices are what help us get to radical change. Right? That's why I wrote Article 1, How to Set Goals for Success. I wrote that article because you want to have small steps, small goals every day to constantly keep growing you until you achieve success or radical change. Right? You want to have success. You want to be successful through small changes. And that's what the compound effect is all about. Is adding those changes, making you better, creating bigger and better steps for you, having you become better through radical change and through small, small steps. With that, guys, let's move on to one of my last final things I want to talk about. I think I got 2 more topics to talk about really quickly for you guys. The first one is acceleration. Acceleration. So what is that, right? Accelerate. David, accelerate what? I want to help you guys accelerate the compound effect. I want you guys to skip forward months, years, whatever, to get close to that graph, right? So what do I mean by acceleration? Well, a couple things. First, acceleration, all it means is that you do a little bit more than you were eventually or you were supposed to do. Let's say you're at the gym, right? I'm at the gym doing my reps, doing my pull-ups, bars, whatever. I know I can only get to maybe 10 reps and then I can't go anymore. That's great. I'm going to push for 2 more reps. The last 1 and 2 are the ones where muscles are really broken down and built. Ask any bodybuilder and he will tell you that when you feel like stopping, keep going and do at least 1 or 2 more, because you will. First, you'll feel it, but your success and your effort and your potential will increase. Your muscles will grow because of it. Same thing here with this acceleration concept. You want to do a little bit more. Let's say, okay, I'm going to read 10 pages. How about you read 15 or 20 pages today? I'm going to listen to 1 audio. How about you listen to 2 audios? I'm going to make 1 video. How about you make 2, 3, 4? Whatever it is, ask yourself, what can I do a little bit more every single day than I was supposed to with my small steps? Let's increase one area of that. Let's do a little bit more. And it's going to help me become better. It's going to help me grow. It's going to help me get closer to that graph. Right? So, a couple things with this acceleration I want to talk about. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to go crazy. Like, don't accelerate every single day. Accelerate once, twice, 3 times a week, whatever, however it works for you. But you just want to make sure that you don't burn out and run out of energy through constantly doing more and more and more. Right? I believe in massive action. I believe in doing more and more and more. But there's limits to that, right? There's limits, but you want to do a lot. Start off doing a lot, and then maybe cool down, right? If you're on a diet plan, start strong, then sort of let it slide. Don't get lenient on your diet. Don't start eating bad, but start incorporating maybe a little bit. If you're cutting down 500 calories, whatever, bring it to maybe just cutting down 200 eventually, right? But get yourself that head start and then slowly back off of it a little bit. That way you don't burn out. That way you don't get demotivated, and that way you're constantly able to keep moving. So with that being said, I want to get into the last part, which is warnings and things to watch out for, especially when you're doing your acceleration phase. So when you're doing this acceleration, when you're accelerating, doing a lot of crazy things, a lot of massive action, be warned that if you stop because you're doing so much action, you are just slowing yourself down. You're causing yourself to slow down and put more energy in restarting. You're slowing down your momentum. You're starting basically all over again. So if you know that you're burnt out, don't do so much, man. Take your time. Start slow. That's why I don't ask you to go full 100%, 120, 150% ramp every single day. And then get to day 5 and you're just like, I don't want to do it today. Good. You just wasted all this time and energy. Start slow, and eventually it'll drop off. Eventually it'll get to the point it'll go. But start, if you want to start big and then work your way down, or start slow and move up a little bit and down and just have small periods of time when you're accelerating, that's fine. But if you're in acceleration all the time and you get to the point where you're burned out, you just wasted all that time and effort. So be warned that when you're doing this, you can't stop, and you shouldn't be doing so much that's going to force you to stop because you run out of energy, you burned out, right? Be careful with that. Now there's one last warning I want to talk about, and it's the fact that if you keep going this on, off, stop and go, burn out, stop, get back on it, it's going to take you 10 times longer to get to your goal and to radical change. So if you know yourself and you know you can't do this acceleration without burning out, keep it steady, man. Keep it steady so you're consistent. And I've been known to have these issues with videos, with all this stuff. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to record 20 billion videos. I'm going to do this, and that. And I'm just like, man, I can't do this anymore. I got to keep myself consistent. I just got to, focus on 1, 2 videos a week. Okay, can I do that? Yeah, great. Do that. But don't stop though. You got to keep going. You got to keep going, because it might take you 5 months. It might take you a year before you see change. But when you start seeing change, you will explode and you're going to start feeling better, right? So acceleration is not used to speed up, cut the thing in like half and get there faster. Acceleration is supposed to get you there faster, but not like super race car, right? It's supposed to help cut down some time. Instead of maybe it taking you 12 months, it might take you maybe, let's say, I don't know, 8 months. You know, maybe it'll save you some time if you accelerate once in a while, but you want to make sure you're doing it with being smart about your acceleration. You want to make sure that you're not just accelerating and pushing yourself just because you want to get there faster, and then not being able to even hold out for 5 days when you're supposed to hold out for 8-12 months, right? So you want to make sure that you're capable of doing this for the next 12 months and even further. Look down to do this for the next 3 to 5 years. If you're not willing to do this for the next 3 or 5 years, then you probably shouldn't be doing what you're doing. If you can't hold out for 3 to 5 years, if you don't see yourself there for 3 to 5 years, stop doing, because that's not the path that you're on. All right? With that, guys, being said, hopefully you enjoy the compounding effect. It's an awesome, awesome book, an awesome article talking about it and my point of view on it. Definitely check out the article too on themechnation.com. Check out my first article as well, which is the how to set goals for success. Look forward to article 3, which is going to be really cool as well. And with that all being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in another one of my videos. Peace out.